Hey, hello B, what's up? How are you guys doing? Good to see you again. Mario Wademo, good to see you. OC Olai, good to see you. Floxy Love, good to see you. Thanks for joining us on this today's edition. Speaking with Taiwo Balogu. Yes, how's the day going? I hope you guys are all keeping safe. Safety first now. Yeah, so yeah, let me try and pack my hair well though. Yes, as you can see, there is no going out, so my hair is all over the place. Anyway, yeah, so good to see you. As we this is I don't know, I'm not even keeping tab. This should be the sixth person we're talking to as regards to cricket development, cricket and life. And yeah, so I don't know how many people have joined us. Rasta fried rice, Rasta fried rice, Rasta fried rice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to that one be. But anyway, the idea is to talk about cricket and life, and hoping that along the way we will inspire young cricketers. This is happening courtesy Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. We were founded about 15 years ago by a group of lads around Ibadan City. Yeah, okay. Now I understand. He was going to say Rastafari, so he was say Rasta fried rice. Serious. Anyway, yeah. So we've got somebody who is important to the Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club squad, and he will be speaking with him today. I'm just checking if he's got sent a request to join my. Yeah, I can actually bring him on from here. Let's see. I hope you're ready for us. I have sent you an invite to join me over here. He's joining. Hey, this guy sounds fresh. Are they all right too? Small time you say that it's work. You're always at work. You don't look like somebody who's working, though. Huh?
Ah, now God they cover that one, no. It's always work. Oh. That's why I didn't
Yeah.
even choose that yesterday. And
Wow.
thank God I've not received any calls today, so I'm good.
Oh, so when you receive call, you get out of your house and you.
Yes, once there's a problem in the store, you need to sort it. Make phone call or you need to be there.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow. Hope nobody's going to call you while we're here, Sharon.
If they call
Because
me,
I want to enjoy gist. I like gist.
or your today, right now,
Okay.
no call.
Okay. Fantastic. Good to see you, bro.
Nice
Good to
seeing
see
you.
you. I'm sure you have been following this chat, Abby. You've seen
Yes, I
people
have.
call, people go, yeah. So you're basically ready for us. Me, I've got
Yes,
some
sir.
questions. I've got some questions for you, Sha. One or two. So hopefully this will
Wonderful.
be a nice time to.
The Lord is in control.
Okay, yeah. Let's just start, right?
Okay.
So GCI Ibadan, right? How did it
Yes.
start? I'm sure it started from there for you, with cricket, right?
Yes.
So tell us your experience in that regard.
Okay. When we got to GCI, that was 91/92 sets
Yeah.
when we got there. So normally we saw football. I saw even old pool by the gate side, wasn't used again. Lawn
Mm.
tennis, volleyball. It's always sports in GCI everywhere. But the rest, I've been seeing it live and I have an idea. But there's one particular one. You'll be passing the main field, soccer pitch. But in between, you just see people. Somebody running, throwing ball. They're all around. Somebody's doing like this. Somebody's doing, what is this one doing? I'll just look. What kind of nonsense game is this one? Every time I'll just pass. I don't even understand this game. So I didn't
Just
bother.
one quick question. While people were doing all that, right?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to think about it in
Mm.
GCI. Then would it be a lot of people on the field while they were playing cricket, or would it be just that they have left that pitch for them for the cricketers?
You dare not walk on the cricket pitch. You dare not. In
That's
fact, there was
exactly
a
what I
day. There was a day. They would say leave the cricket pitch. Actually, people are stubborn. But it
Yeah.
depends on. I think it depends on the set. The set we met when we got there, we're almost the mates of the teachers. You dare not. But there was a set that people will still want to play their ball because they want their share of the thing. And they
Yeah.
hit a ball, and the ball hits one guy on below his eye like this,
Yeah.
and it was a serious injury. Since then, they didn't need to tell anybody that don't move, don't walk around the cricket pitch. People had to give them space. So when I
Wow.
saw, is that ball that hard? The guy, they had to rush him to the sick bay, then hospital. It was terrible.
Wow.
So that was it. So most of the time, I just walk past. Then it happened in GS3. We just finished exams. The last week that you do all the sports, usually you do all the sports and you go. And I remember the final day, we did the final assembly before they told us to leave. So they even told us to leave. We were leaving. Then the sportsmaster quickly carried the mic and was shouting, if you're interested in cricket, this holiday, Liberty Stadium. I heard it. My mind was like, okay. My house was in front of Liberty Stadium, the estate.
Wow, really?
Yes, it's just a fence. So sometimes we jump to go and play ball inside when they play the under 19. We're watching
Yeah, that's
Ronaldinho, all of them. Yes.
yeah.
So it was the pitch
Wow.
after that one. So they said Liberty Stadium. It was a good opportunity. I said I'll go, but I didn't go. So what happened that the first day they started, there's a neighbor, and we used to go to school together. He was a junior, Larry. They call him Larry Pencil now. He just came back that day with stumps, bat, ball. He started showing us what they learned, in fact, my head wanted to explode that you don't even know, even football, you can't play. I wanted to even go back that day. He said that they finished my evening. So we went, because I just saw the whole thing. He was not the one teaching me, and I like to be at the forefront. He was teaching me, you drive, I said, which one is drive? Which one is all this one now? Next day, I was the one that told you, oh yeah, let's go. It was even a matter period. I think it was about December. My twin brother and I, Kenny, we went, and when we got there, we met Odeni. It was Odeni set. And SOG.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 95 then. I just saw him. I couldn't know who this one is. So we met the man, Uncle Larry. And since then till now, we've never seen him again.
Wow.
His brother was the captain of the Hockey Oyo State then. And the brother was staying opposite our house, but we didn't know. We just see him carry stick, move up and down. So he now introduced us to him. We met him. He started teaching us all this drive, fitness, and everything. Then he picked a special interest in me, because then I want to be the best in everything I do. This guy that came to teach me, I must overshadow him.
See motivation.
So, seriously, then I picked up really with the batting and all. I improved. It was for 2 weeks. Then, about 2 weeks. Then you enjoy the rest of holiday. We're done. So they were like, there's a competition we're supposed to go for. So I was ready that I was the best, like in quotes. I was telling myself, so when I get to school. So when we resumed, I think they now announced one day about cricket. If you want to play cricket store, there's a pavilion. So I now went. To my shock, I saw Denny, SOG. I saw the Taylors. I saw Joshi Obolas. That's when I met the Akiyemis. I met Ni Allen Taylor. He's here.
Yeah.
These guys have been playing. Though they did something that they used to do inter-house games then, but I wasn't just interested then. So when I got there, I saw that you have to start from zero. These guys are way ahead. When I saw the ball, then I was like,
oh boy.
Hey, me, that's my own is just forward defensive. I can block 1 million balls.
Yeah.
And push. I saw people kicking the ball, pulling the ball, spinning. What is this one? And Taylor said, or then he said, unfortunately, they couldn't go for kicks then. So just training then. So that's how their set went. And I think Odeni saw what I did so he was interested. But the next batch was Tokunbo Taylor. The guy is a very funny guy, and there's something about this senior thing. You want to enter thing when you're a junior. It's not about what you can even play. Then most of these guys.
So wait, that period, right? Did you do anything with? Did you train with Okusanya?
We will get there now. I'll tell you where Okusanya came into the picture. Then Okusanya they left around 94. That's when Odeni came.
Yes, so that was what I was asking, because Odeni was supposed to be junior. Okay.
Yes, you get to Okusanya. So that 96 set, we were just all about them, but we like someone like Akin and B, they were sound, so they used to drag it with them. Me, I'll just watch. I tried to do my best, so they saw that I could do some things. Then initially it was just batting. Then
so there was a Kiggs in '96.
Yes, yes.
So
that's what I want to talk about now.
Did any junior? Okay, that was okay. Sorry.
So it was all about senior then, and I was then from B hacking them then, because at some point they went to Hausa to even their dad usually sponsored them a lot. They went to Hausa, so they came with more skills and all. So they were supposed to pick a team then, thinking that night 5 I was supposed to be part of people that would go. Only for me, the day they announced after training, we always train every time, play every time. At some point, we trained with UI guys too, or meet at them. So they now called the list. They called their lists. It was only B Akinyemi because he was really good then. And apart from that, he has been with the team, I think since JS1. Alain Taylor too was supposed to be there. I think Alain Taylor too, I'm not quite sure now, but I remember B was there. So then the rest of the guys. That was when they saw, and GSI hosted the Kicks that year. That was when I saw Odeku.
Okay.
That was when I saw Odeku came.
Okay. There was, I used to hear stories, again. But there was one guy, Agba or something.
Agba, yes, Agba was.
Yeah, I think it was the 96 set.
That side too. That set too.
He could hit the ball.
Yeah. Yes. Then, yes, there's Agba. Then Agba could hit the ball so well, but he doesn't have the technique. But if he should jam the ball, then when I started learning bowling, my own is just go straight. It can bounce like 5 times. A ball crawling, Agba whacked the ball from the floor over the pitch. Okay, then Kenny was telling me there's Olumide Morgan too, the junior guy. Olumide Morgan was my friend, like one of my best friends in primary 3. He left for Britain then. So he got back to come and school in GCI. So we met. So they saw that this guy knew about it, and with all his British accent on Imbo, they had to put him to. So Olumide Morgan was part of the team.
Yeah, I understand that.
And Sim, small.
Same, yeah.
Sim, and he bowls well anyways then. So Olumide Morgan was part of that team too. So Olumide Morgan, I was so angry the day they announced the list. It's as if I'm not playing cricket again, because I saw some of the seniors that can't even play jack. So they went like.
That was also Femi Akadri.
Yes, Akadri, Tomide Akadri, Muegen, a lot of them. Yes, a lot of them. Yes, I actually can see them. Faloye, Femi Faloye. It's a pastor.
Femi Faloye, yeah.
Yes, Faloye set and the rest. So I was so angry, but what got me was when I watched the games, I saw KC, Gregs. It was like special. It wasn't like the one Taylor was doing our own, everything, anyhow. The guy tried anyway. He had to train all his friends without support like that. So then I saw that small Odeku then. No matter how fast you go or anything, the guy would just push the slip like our Alain Taylor. Bam! To the side. So what's special about this boy? So it was fun anyway watching them. So I was like, after these kicks, I'm sure I must make the next one. And then the thing really changed the school, because after the kicks competition, usually people play ball around. People started throwing ball, cricket all around the school then. But the school tried at that point, but they didn't follow through. People started playing. Then it got to 97. Then fortunately for us, the 97 set was just 2 guys, the captain and the Mercury man. That's what's his name now? I forgot his name. He's in the UK too now.
Okay.
The guy was benched in that 96 too. So he swore to himself that by the time it was his set to 97, that he was going to bench me, bench BE, bench all of us. But unfortunately for the guy, we called the shot in their set. It was just 2 of them. We had to be the one to. But at that point, we were formed already, looking at the Shion bowlers. And so that was when Okusoya them came. So I just saw the seniors, they came around that they wanted to
help you.
Is this one now? Oh yeah, body around. The way he me, I just left the ball that, do you want to kill me? Okusoya. He said, chase the ball, come back. I was like, this guy is mad though. After the field training, then he told us to pad up. Then we used these big pads, senior pads. So my leg, buckle my leg. I had the record. Go and next time you see after the game, blood all over because I'll be dragging the buckle would have peeled my leg. The bats were heavy, no gloves because the gloves they are peeled.
Yeah,
So
they're
you have
torn.
literally you have no grip.
No grip.
So he bowled to me the pace. I've seen pace because of Agba and the rest, but this one was different. This guy they go. That's what time I'll see how swing
Yeah.
and in swing pure.
Yeah.
So what I did was no box then. So he told me to go and bat. When I couldn't see the out, he said you are out. What? Go back. So then I think there was ASU strike. So they started training us, developing us. They really helped. That's when I now picked up. Then they brought in the UI guys, brought in Komo, Molomo, all of them. They started training with us. Then my bowling got better. They were like, wow, this small boy bowling pace like this. I said, my head started swelling up. That's when I started opening bowling and opening batting for this side. Then went for the kicks in '97. That was my first competition. That was at Igbobi College. So when we got to kicks, I was like, this is a new place. That was the first time I would go outside Lagos with a team without my family and all. It was strange. We were in their hostel. Funny things happened. Somebody put balm inside my eyes. So we played the first game. Okay, I think we played NNPC first. Kenny is reminding me. You see all these
It was
bitter pieces.
NNPC. Yeah, NNPC.
Yes.
Is that not in Ibadan?
No, Abeokuta.
Okay.
The NNPC was another experience. That was first time I was see Third Road as the wicket center.
Oh,
When I checked,
okay.
I said, this Third Road, why are they using Third here now? It was Ogun, I think Long Tennis Club then. So I could see the shine of the ball with the sun. When you bowl on that pitch, you will see it, and it was fast. Then, unfortunately for us, then the first set was played. That was the first time I would see Eba and the rest. Dotun was playing for Jemotutu then.
Ah, okay.
For that set.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. That was the first time we'll go to a cricket competition. I'll see them beating drums like we were playing football. Where your calabash, Gary don't pass your towel, that was, in fact, we were scared. That kind of, but it was a good experience then. I think we won one game and we couldn't win the final game.
So this is where my own question will come in now, and this is where the beef is. So with all those training, with all those competition, right? Why did you not choose UI?
Actually, then I had issue with my jam then, and the unfortunate thing for me is that nobody told me that cricket had that preference that you can enter with just 200 thereabout.
Yeah.
So it was just unfortunate for me. I wanted UI stroke Unilag. I went to before I crossed to the Polytechnic because I studied
were you not
building. My
speaking
dad
with
was
them? They go at the time because the goal was in UI.
No, they. You know, I went to when we finished in '98. We were in Unilag for some time. That was when Okusanya was the vice captain of Unilag, and that was the year they played Nuga in Unilag. So then I was thinking about Unilag then.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind if it was going to be UI. My own was just to get to the university then. But for me, then I think Kenny already got to Polytechnic Badra at that point, so I just wanted to face my studies.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll ask Kenny as
I would
well
have chosen UI. I would have chosen UI, but another thing there was with the education. Then when we finished, after all these NMPs, we played cricket games a lot then. We were already set for the Nigerian team, but Okusanya was already telling us that was then that those Baba didn't want to leave because we had encounter with Tomo, Olisa. Then even at that age, when it comes to Ibadan, we saw the Lagos Oyo beef, the way he addressed us and the way he even officiated. It was a sad moment. If I start calling guys now, he cried one of the games then. So we met. So he already put that mindset to me that forget playing for Nigeria, that it's just all politics, blah, blah, blah. And then when we're about rounding off, they asked the team to send 3 players from each school for the under-19. And then we play cricket then that from SS1.
Sorry.
Yes.
Please tell me about this one. We played cricket, we didn't go to class in SS3.
Yes. Do you know, in SS3, the first time I went to class was like second term. When I entered, people were like, "Are you still in this school?" It was a family. We resume after assembly. Sometimes we won't go to assembly. We'll hide inside the cricket store, under the kids, the mats, and cover ourselves up. We start from that SS2. You go after break time. You are not going to. You keep on playing. They allow us sometimes. Then till end of the. By SS2, we didn't even go at all. It was crazy. And people be like, cricketer. Even our teacher will be like, cricket, cricket, cricket. It was crazy. All of us. It was crazy.
Wow. This is crazy. I've never heard of this before, man. Anyway, so you know what we normally would do, right? So we will normally choose our top 11. So
okay.
So I want you to choose your top 3 from since you started playing cricket till date. So, but
okay,
you know people you play with and all that. So let's start with your top 3. Sure, you get.
Okay.
You can choose anyone. You can choose all batsmen or mix it up or anything.
Okay. I think I'm going to choose from people I've played with, because if I want to choose the top, I'll just choose the Nigerian team.
Exactly.
So if I'm going to choose it, let me start with let's say 3 bowlers first, so that probably I will get my mind. If people I've played with. Though there's a guy I admired, but he wasn't in my team. Yes, I'm going to start from secondary school because those are the main guys. Those are the guys with character. All the ones I'm seeing now, really. It's good that Nigeria has evolved, but guys were good then. So from secondary school, I'll probably pick B, because the guy then was just consistent bowling, batting. He was a specialist. He used to cut the ball then when I didn't even know what cutter was then. So I'll choose B for bowling. Bowling again then. I used to knock ball all around. Who was exceptional then. Let's switch to someone like Olumide too. Olumide playing with IMCC. Olumide. Yeah. So let me choose those 2 for bowling now. And rest bowling. Let me choose one batsman. For the batsman, people I've played with, I'll first pick Atif.
Who?
IMCC for like 4 seasons. He used to work with Ericsson. He played for us for like 4 seasons. Very consistent batsman.
Who's that? Atif. Okay, Atif, yeah.
Atif, yes. Yeah. So let's choose those 3 first.
Yeah,
now.
So 3. Okay. So let me go to the next question now. So you got into your higher institution. At what point did you now come back to Ibadan to meet up with the UI team, then BE again and all that? Okay. At what point was that? I can't remember, but I remember.
Okay.
I remember there was a time, we had like a lot of people playing cricket.
Yes, we brought in the squad.
Yeah.
So at that point, let me start from when I went to school. I went to Allen Taylor, was Ilaro then, before he traveled to Ireland. He just did 1 semester then. There was this under-19 that they were supposed to pick 3 people from each school, under-19, first under-19. Not the old under-19, we're probably like 17 then. So it was real under-19 again. Yeah. So I told them then, my dad told me, no way. Go, have you passed your JAMB? It was sad. And we're going to tour UK. It wasn't just
okay.
UK tour.
Yes.
So they picked.
Yes, that means Allen Taylor tour UK as well.
Allen Taylor, Dumoye Joshua.
Dumoye Joshua, yes.
So,
and
Adeyanju was supposed to
Odeku as well.
Yes, Odeku was there. Eba was there,
yes,
Odeku was there, Endurance. I think that was when they joined.
Yeah.
So what happened then was that Diron couldn't make it to they called the boy a young guy, that very good player then too. So, but at that point we were in the Polytechnic then. Allen Taylor usually every weekend then travels to Lagos. You come there, don't know. They can't meet up with the standard because we used to train with 1 meter. Then you can imagine Okusoya, the quality, And Ni was so bent on doing his own thing, even though they told us to face our studies, he went. And then there were politics too. That's when I even lost interest. About somebody telling him to his face that they tried to cut the streamline. He still was able to enter the final team. And they told him to his face that I don't know how he got. Explain how you still got in. I told him that, I think I'm done with this nonsense cricket. Exactly what Okusaya was saying. Because each time we go to play in Lagos then too, we met nice guys then. I met Jordan then. Jordan was taking us all around the Balinde.
Jordan was the guy that went to ABU, Abi.
Yeah, we saw. I don't even know where he went to. Ashamu was
St.
like
Greg's,
the top. Yes, Ashamu was like the top guy there. Yes, Ashamu was like the top guy then. Then other two. Then baby Femi John. Femi John was baby then. The time was floating about me. I said, what's wrong with this small boy? What are you doing? So then I lost interest in cricket, kind of. So it was then. And they had kids at home. We play inside their compound, Bodija. We set everything, watch cricket all day, go outside, play cricket. So one of these days when I came back, they just told me then that they've been playing UI or something. Then before I actually joined them, then there was Nuga. Kenny was in Unilag then, playing with Unilag.
Yeah, that's true.
So I had to now come to Nuga to watch him play.
Yeah.
To the point that we played even our 21st birthday then. We left food in the house on the table. People were just coming to eat. We on the we got back home around I think 8 because we stayed at Ring Road. People came before we got back, and my dad just gave us money that you people just go outside yourself. Feel like we've been waiting all day. So I watched. That's when I came and I watched them play. That's when my interest came back. Or then he was not telling some of the guys. They were like, Kenny. They were like, this one now, machine. No, I was just smiling that guys are still playing. Then I watched the whole competition, trained with them. Then I now started seeing UI boys. I was like, who are these ones now? Now said this is where they train. I think there was a day I saw with a bat in the net. He was like, play now. I collected the ball. I think I bowled like 2. He said, Yoka Loju here. I said, so from there we started training more, and that's when I met the UI guy, Ade, everybody. So the love came back, seeing everybody that at least you have people playing around. Then and I saw Tiloy. And Tiloy usually come with Okusaya them too. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Even in the Kicks in the Gobi, he came to encourage us and all those things. So when I saw Tiloy, it was easy to relate to somebody UI. We usually train with UI before we saw you guys there. So that was when the whole thing began again. We came back and
so you remember then, right? I think it was painful that we had them be Akin, you. Let's not even forget Kenya because he had gone to Unilag, to see that number of people who could play cricket and we could not, and we were suffering. We were looking for people anyway.
And then I was trying to even do my direct entry.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to travel. I was supposed to go to the UK. That was University of West of England. But they jammed me visa 4 times. So then I was targeting Unilag then. But nobody told me in UI that I could actually cross to UI then.
You see,
information is key.
We'll go beat all of them for Nuga. Anyway, so let's look at it this way, right? Then when Nuga finished, we started training again. We continued training. We didn't go anywhere. We saw people come.
Was coming up then too.
Yeah, then B would drive and Akin would drive. It was a lot. Trying to remember all those stories now is coming back to me, and it was a lovely, lovely, lovely thing. And we were thinking, one day we'll go and play the league in Lagos. One day this could happen. Maybe it can't happen, but how would you get money? We started talking about that. Thinking back now, what do you think? What comes to your mind?
Okay, my sister is writing something. They used to throw ball. We used to train to them too. Everybody in the outside playing cricket. So going back to that then, it was lovely seeing guys come together and we can train exactly what we do in GCI. Stop. That's the pavilion. Get to the pavilion, train, go home. So it was just like what we used to do. And seeing guys that, these guys are interested and, UK was part of it. There was a day he was doing evangelism around. That's when he met us, met my mom. He said, "This year we play cricket." And I saw him in UI. I was training the younger ones. He was training UI. And I said, do I remember him? And I remember that I was part of the 3 guys that were serving that came to pitch. Then when I failed my first fire,
Yeah.
my mom had to send me to them that they should talk to me. So seeing UK and the guys, it was really wonderful. And I was like, so this Lagos thing, actually, then when you mentioned Lagos for me, it's just like a turn off.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can play in Lagos. Then there was a time after NNPC then when we played with Dotun them that we just branched TBS. I think it was B or somebody that told us to go. We saw Kusai at Lloyd. The league, that was the first time I would see the league.
Okay.
I now saw Dotun. He's playing for Rocks. I saw Eba. So this guy was mercenary in secondary school and we beat them. So one guy was not like, see this guy, there was a day they hit the ball, it hit my eyes then, and my eye was swollen. And when I got home, my dad, there was no light. When they brought light, when he saw the guy, he said, no more cricket. And it was crazy then that we bring report cards too that.
You that you didn't go to class, how do you want to pass? Report card.
We received 50, see? They will not tell him that so few people got 30 above. He said, can't you be part of the few? Then if they're angry, we say, oh yeah, go. We'll still wait. What are you waiting for? There's cricket camp. Cricket what? So it was crazy. So then I was skeptical about the Lagos team, the league team, but I was like, okay, anyhow, whatever we think, we can't just be training. And then you remember there was one festival too.
Yeah.
That we were preparing for, that we trained. And there was one list. I remember what you said last game. I will never forget when they announced the list that they went to bring people from Ife, Ogun. And they begged us, excuse sir. So having said this and all that, at least we'll be coming for the last 2 weeks. Can we get a form of compensation in terms of transport? So
who said that?
Then,
Me?
you, I remember, they begged us. I will never forget.
Wow.
So they took the Abuja then, and it was really a mess from the feedback we got. That was supposed to be our first game together, but because of the way they brought in other people and all. So after that, this was another opportunity for us to play together in the league. Then I think at that point, I went back to do my HND because I wanted to travel and it didn't work. And like told me come and
but you never extra
3 years. Unilag was on my mind then. I said extra 3 years. When I'm already doing everything there, I just said get out. When I'm done, I'll just go. So at that point, it was another 2 years. But in between, that's when we come around, we still play when you're around. And I went to serve. So it was 2005. So from service, they now told me that they went to play 1-6-a-side. So I said, yes, we went for the 6-a-side. And I told them that, so how did it go? Because I didn't go. They were like, that.
I think we won one game.
Yes, we won one game. Then the next one was done with us. But those guys were not that exceptional that, we can do it now. I said, so let us do it now. And that's when I went back to serve. Then that's the process when they registered the club. I think we had a meeting then, structured the whole thing. Now we always had meeting in UI. UK was pushing, he was interested, he was sponsor. And doing the service then, the first 3 months, December was the first break. And now I came back. Okay, before I came back, I told them I was going to come back. Then I said we played one game. They beat us 67 all out. I said, who beat us 67 all out? First game. 67 all out. The game was, the next game was Saturday. Around, and after 4, I got to immediately. I think then they picked me up. So went to Lagos State. I didn't even rest. I just rest for maybe 1 hour or so. That was my first game in the league. And I now saw it like, look at the scorebook. I was just saying Olympia. One guy. Why did they beat us like this now? So that's when we played the next game. I think the first game was crazy because the way I was then, I had already had stuff, nowhere to express myself. And the first game was very wonderful. It was good.
So another 3. So we've done 3. We've done Atif, we've done Olumide, we've done B. So who are your next 3?
For let me choose Ebola again. I don't want to pick. If I'm going to pick people I played against, not people I played with, I would have chosen people like Okusoya Dego, but I want to pick people.
No. Well, it doesn't matter. People that you could
It doesn't
just
matter.
do your thing.
You want me? You want me to keep people with that? Oh, and we have a lot of reserve. Then I'll choose Chalas, New Zealand
Okay.
player.
No,
Used to play for
no, go there
BIS.
now. Go.
He played in BIS. Okay,
Oh,
let's
really?
go. Yes, the guy, you know, I opened batting for IMCC. The guy bowled like 5 overs, and I think I couldn't even play much because he was just dropping the ball, same spot, in swing and out swing, lefty. He had ponytail. So it was later I learned that to actually play for the New Zealand national team. I said, no wonder. The guy was exceptional.
Wow.
Very, very good. Very good. But I showed him that I could step up. But the guy,
Yeah.
I would choose Chalas.
So yeah, so
that was like
are you choosing him?
Why not?
Okay, Chalas. Okay, Chalas. Two more.
Yeah.
Two more.
Yes. Then I used to my was on all rounder, opens batting, opens bowling too. Ari your. We had 2 crazy partnership, 150 partnership and another I think 160 or 170 partnership against under 19 against BIS.
Okay.
So it's nice, and the way we communicate, it's always nice to play with Ario. How many like that? Oh?
One more person. You need one more.
Okay, let me choose. I like to choose the young chaps that I've played with that have improved. Okay, Joshua, captain of Nigerian team.
Okay.
Then I remember when I used to encourage him, I just calm down, wicketkeeper batsman. So for that.
So I will go to that point of encouragement now, and this was I will first go back to where you said I stood up and said things, right, and then ask my next question. So what it was for me was that I was used to competition because I was also swimming at the other end, so I was used to competition. So and I knew that, oh boy, you have to be excellent or you have to be exceptional for you to get into a team, right? So for me, I was hoping that I would get into the team, but unfortunately, I didn't get into the team. But what then got into my head was that there was a small boy, right, who, if you ask me who was our best bowler, he was the guy, right? So when the team was being called out and his name was not there, right, on a good day, I would have just picked my bag because I was already on my way to Lagos.
Yes.
So I had to say no. Okay. This cannot happen under my watch. Again, you can't see, right? As athletes, and that's why I'm going to go back to that question. I'm going to ask you that question. As athletes, if you've trained over a period, right? You've trained. You have, you can't just bring somebody who has not been training with you, even though they are good, right? You can't just come and fix them into the team. It's kind of disappointing. So that I got disappointed there. Then I got disappointed in the fact that our best bowler of the day of those training sessions that I saw, right, couldn't make the team. Maybe because it was small, but it shouldn't have mattered. So that was why I kicked to say, you know what, it's not possible, it's not going to happen here. And the unfortunate thing is that I think Okonupong and one other guy who was I can't remember his name.
I think it was this guy that came. This was our former coach in this side too.
Yeah, so I can't remember his name now. So what baffled me was that they did something very interesting. They did we are not going to help you choose. You're going to choose your team by yourself. So in my head I was like, what's all this? But anyway, it's a long story. But the reason why I'm talking about it now is to go back to IMCC, to go and ask questions about IMCC. What happens with IMCC? How do you choose your team? What's the structure like in terms of
Cardoso, Cardoso, Tisho. Cardoso.
Yeah, Cardoso.
Then Cardoso, something about Cardoso there, he was the former coach for our set behind us in GCI. Then the last NNPC we were supposed to win, that the school didn't allow us to go after beating Jemotitung. His school won. Makun already told them that once you see these GCI guys, run.
Anyway, so I want to ask questions about the IMCC. Do you how do I put it now? What do you do to the young players even when they are good?
Okay, let me start from when I came back and I saw that Boris brought in the young chaps. We've been blessed with having the young chaps from Untoka, the country now, they are doing very well. We were guys from, I think we were from Greg's then. And even when Tilo and them were trying to put them, the parents told them that no, those guys that they saw, the man saw how B used to pick them, B worked with Glow, then I used to pick them, and he saw how we were, and he liked that kind of brand that we were projecting then, which is the IMCC brand. So at every point in time, we had those sound young guys. Then when it came to people like, and we made sure they always get a game, even if they are still growing. When Elijah then came, I remember then that Kenny had to drop himself, and some games I had to drop myself. That's how much we invest in the younger ones, because we believe that's where the future is. I had played a lot of cricket then already. There was nothing to prove at that point. So Elijah came, Chima came, then Sulaiman. When Elijah played, I saw a bit of myself in him, and a bit of myself in him rather. And I was like, these guys are good. So, and what we did was, what I always emphasize, if all of them remember, even when Joshua came there, was that MCC, we play cricket, but there's a brand. You can't come here and be a riffraff. Your education is very important. Your future is very important. So at every point, after every game, we talk about the game, then we talk about their lives, which is what we do, guys. Though, unfortunately, sometimes in life, things might not go as you planned it. A lot of issue happens, and it was as if it was like the downfall for IMCC, because it was when we got to Division 1. That time, Boris was in crazy form. And unfortunately for us, the first game we played, I broke my hand. Then throughout first. Then those young chaps at that point, it was new to them. Division 1 was not beans. So most of the form wasn't what we expected. Boris' form too was zero. Everything went wrong. But eventually they left. Actually, we permitted some of them. But like I said, it was Oyo State team then. It was supposed to be our pool then. Add more players. So a lot of things went wrong to the point that we got relegated and those young chaps left. So that made us start looking at, okay, we are investing. So in these young chaps, so how do we re-strategize in a way that, fine, you cannot keep somebody from leaving, but the way you can get value from your investment in terms of maybe other people they are attracted to the club or not, which is what we are trying to do right now. We are still in that transition, trying to get that right now. So for us, IMCC was like the best club for young chaps then, because nobody will come to IMCC and meet the guys and say nonsense. We supported them all the way. In fact, when one of them wanted to travel out, then I heard that he didn't have passport and he had the ticket to go for the national team game. So we had to, we did that. All those things are much more than that. So, but the balance now, I think the mindset we had then is different. We were playing cricket because of money then. For us not to go to class, and then we were playing cricket before we started working. Now, I think it depends on your background. That's why B always said, I agree with. If you're well to do, you can't play cricket. I mean real cricket, in the sense that you just turn it to an avenue to just make money for yourself again, which is what's happening. Young chap now, they are looking for money because background, maybe the home front is not like what we had then.
There are no jobs, even if they're supposed to be doing smaller jobs. Why not?
So things are changing now. So as much as you want to blame them, you have to find the balance on how to help out with that and not blame them for somebody that wants to survive and somebody wants to give.
Exactly. I think the encouragement is for you to not just stay where you are and always improve on yourself as a young chap. So I've seen you. So that has answered my question. Really, you've shown faith in young players and all that. So the reason why I'm going to ask you the next question is because I've seen your activities over time with IMCC, and I know that you would understand some of the strategies, right?
Okay.
In 5 years' time, will you still be playing cricket?
Ask anybody.
Is that
I always
yes?
tell them. Yes, so I always see UK that time play at that old age. And if you look at me, I'm one of the youngest in the team. All those old players, we have benched them. I'm still going to play with the young guys till 50. I'll still play. And there's something that this man told me one day, Dila. It wasn't Dila. This man in First Bank. I've forgotten his name now. He used to play for FCC. There was a
Yeah.
day when Akin started having cramps and we had to bench him to become TF. He was one of our good players then. So I was telling him that as young as you are at this age now, why would you be having all this? And he told me something that it doesn't matter the age now, that each person's expiry date differs. So my own expiry date.
So I think this has answered B's question.
Barnaby,
So
yes.
this should have answered B's question. Say, are you retired? If not, when are you
See,
retiring?
I always
So
let me even
no.
ask him. I always tell
Answer
them,
him. Okay.
I've answered him yes. I always challenge younger ones. If you can bench me, collect my shirt, that's when I'll go. As long as you can't do that one, I'm not going to. As poor as
Wow.
it looks as our performance has been, I've not seen someone like Odun, yes, prospect. We've had prospect, yes. But in terms of experience and everything, I want you to step up. If I see that, no, even the captain won't put me in the team now. But I'm yet to see that though. But we have gotten a replacement for you.
So what you're saying invariably is that B is retired.
He's the chairman association of bench warmers now.
Okay. This is interesting. So so you know what you said you opened bowling for GCI as in
Yes.
GCI secondary school and you opened batting.
Yeah.
But I've never seen you bowl before. I can't remember seeing you bowl.
You know why? Most people that joined IMCC, we had some people that came late, some people that I know when Boris joined us, when they were 5 seasons. I was one of the top bowlers. At some point, what BE did was when he saw that I was batting longer and I would be tired. So he was a very sound captain then. Usually he now started telling me to come probably middle order. Then when they were now telling me to focus more, because most of the people then we had were all-rounders. So he needed somebody and I was delivering. So there were games that I remember very well that BE would tell me, even when I wasn't bowling often again. Like the game against this guy that came, this lefty Rohit, for I think I forgot their name, Red Bull. Then Olumide, our opening bowler, in swinger. I just saw Sabi's side screen straight, boom. B was very technical. B just told, after like 2 overs, he just told Olumide wait. Because before Olumide started knowing how to get guy out, he just said, Taiwo, just give me ball. New ball. Then I know how to bowl to people like that. I will just use my experience, throw line and length pace, reduce the pace, get them out, catch. I did it for Chalas too, and I did it. So then I used to bowl well. But when I think Olumide and Aki Ajayi came, they now told me that concentrate fully, because then we had Olumide Ario bowling very well. We had B bowling very well. We had enough bowlers, spinners, Suntoka or Idris, whoever was spinning that time, Okwe came at some point. So there was no need for them to be utilizing me that way, because most of the time they just tell me go and stay there, bat, concentrate on that. That's why most people, somebody was telling me that, do you bowl? I was laughing, I don't bowl. Then you don't know me when I used to play then. I bowl. Okay. Then I open batting and bowling steady.
So na they come out good batsman.
No. Then it was about experience, really. There's something about. Then there are 2 things. Then sometimes you can play. Then sometimes can you manage the tension. Having played a lot of innings competitions, it made it easier. When there's pressure, then I can adapt easily. That's my fault. So someone like me knows people who can adapt. Some people can play well, and in the course of the game, they lose their heads. I know some people that no matter what, like then there was a game we played with Osita them, that Osita was playing for seat. Each time Aruna will say that you always smile when people eat your seat. I say yes, because in my mind I'll do my own back. So then it was about the experience, ability to manage that situation. It's not about because you can bowl or anything, much more than that. Character, really.
That's interesting. So what are the so from GCI till now, what are the key lessons that cricket has taught you?
It's about your temperament and how you view life, how you see life. Like, for example, a typical game, there are some games that once I go in, I know that I was going to play well. There are some games from the beginning, you know that you might not play well, but you need to adapt. You need to find your way. Sometimes you need to just be patient. It's not that you can't hit some balls because you're opening, you are seeing the guy is still fresh. sometimes I'll just look for a good ball and hit it and discourage the guy and try to see if that's the psychology of cricket. Like I used to tell the young guys, but they don't understand that there's psychology behind cricket. So in life too, you face challenges. And then I used to know the kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I go in aggressively. Sometimes I go in and I just want to calm down and stay. Same thing in life. You have to know the way you feel, how to manage your own temperament too. When to attack, when to move, when to go. And the strategy of cricket is that sometimes...
Quick question like that. So hold that thought. So if you are playing with your own mind, with your own psychology, right? And say, for example, the team actually need runs, and you are not feeling really, you're not feeling really great that day. So how would you manage that?
And most of the time, it's happening. That's why I talk about character, that there are some games you don't feel great, but your team needs you to be there. Then there's this thing that I, at some point in IMCC, I used to tell them about. Once I'm out, I think the least I do before I even get out then was 34, thereabouts. That was when I was averaging about 40 something. And somebody was calling for trials about that time. So the thing is that sometimes when I play then, it's not that I cannot eat the ball. And when I look at the pavilion, I'll tell myself that you are the only one. Don't see anybody again. And it affects the way I play. I don't chase because I want to chase century or anything. I'd rather play for the team and let go, which is the way I played all through. Even when I'm not feeling good. I just know sometimes you need to just wait. And sometimes you need to wait for somebody too.
In essence, you have to be a team player in life, So that's
so
one lesson. You need people. I like that. You need people. So I'm going to ask you another question, but I'm checking my time because I started kind of. So what will happen is that when we leave, right, it will close us up by 1 hour. So I will dial back in so that you can join again. So
I think somebody was talking about not playing for the national team or so, or what are they saying?
No. Questions? Is anybody with questions here for Taiwo? Okay, so let's choose you've chosen six team members, right? Let's choose another 3.
Okay, 6, another 3. I can't even remember the people. You should be writing this down. I'll choose did I choose Batman?
You chose Chalas,
Boris, Batman.
Okay, you've not chosen Boris.
Yes, because he used to, at some point, we used to open together then, when Olivia and Ario were informed. So Boris used to be number 3. Yes, Boris. Boris, who else? Okay. I'll choose if I look at the form then. If I look at the form now, there are some people I won't choose. Aki Ajayi.
Okay, Aki Ajayi. One more in this section.
Okay. What is Aki Ajayi? Who else? There's a guy that went that time. Ernest. I think he used to play for Ife then. The guy too was like, I think we cannot get the guy out. Ernest.
He was the wicket keeper.
When I'm batting and I see that Ernest is still there, I feel free to express myself.
Yeah, that's true. He was a wicket keeper as well.
Yes, I think so. He was so calm that he will play like Atif. He will dictate the terms of the game. And when I see him, I'm at liberty to display at some point after the first 10, 20 overs. Then it used to be 40, 50 overs then. When I see Ernest, I'll be like, yes, Ernest. Yes. So that's what left me.
The person that you call this name, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I remember them.
Okay, so let's go to family now. Family.
Okay.
So Maha is
okay.
When we were young, right? When we were not married, we could go days for cricket and all that. So what's the relationship like now? What happens on a game day?
Over time, as boys that grew to become men, you have to understand the marriage institution and your partner very well. So initially, like we always do, we always tell our partners, cricket is very important. As much as it's sweet, it's easy to say. But when you want to go, that's when you talk about. There was a day. Then she knew she came for a couple of games. Then she didn't really understand. I think then Dr. Bolawa used to come, so it was easy to have all of them together. And at some point they said we are losing too much. They stopped coming.
Maybe they were distracting you people.
Wait, then if you look at the pavilion, you see our people all over, Aileen, our friends, they all come, Leye, all of them. So there was a day you were like, Then another thing that I've learned is that before you go, you make sure you start preparing like a week to the game.
Yeah.
You start getting things done, start scoping.
Exactly.
You know how to get. He's your woman now. You know how to. You know how to set things right. Then there was a day it almost turned to like an argument, and I told her that, Abba, madam, I don't go to club now, and I don't go just hanging out anywhere. This small cricket.
This was my time.
Small, and it's just small. I get small.